Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to call the Warrick County Commissioners meeting to order. Today is August 28th, 2023. Chief Deputy Cruz, can you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, the first item on our agenda this afternoon is items for discussion. Quarterly report from Mike Arnold, our weights and measures inspector.
Hello. Hi, Mike. Because the fiscal year changed, I just wanted to report I tested and inspected 1,946 pieces of equipment last year. And in the last quarter, I have done 439 gas pumps with 38 rejections. All those rejections have been corrected and have done 24 scales. One of them I red tagged and it's permanently out of commission. It will not be put back in service. So that's all I have.
Very good.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keep up the good work, Mike.
All right, next order of business is our action agenda and the approval of minutes from the August 14th, 2023 regular session.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Our first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0. And the next order of business is from our county administrator.
Thank you, Mr. President. The first item I have on the agenda is the Keller Schrader IDRAC and server support renewal. As we discussed earlier today, that's kind of is a need if we do not get that Nutanix item in place, but that is actually moving into place as we speak. So we can remove that by a vote to not approve that.
So you can just make a motion to take that off the agenda.
Make a motion to remove.
Second.
Our first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.
Okay, the next item I have is a request for a road closure for the Yankeetown Fire Department's annual event held on October 7th, 2023 this year.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.
Okay, the next item that I have is the consent agenda, and on that is the county auditor claims voucher, the report date of 8/23/2023, the payroll voucher dated 8/25/2023, the clerk's monthly report for July of 2023, the treasurer's monthly report for July of 2023, the weights and measures monthly report for July 13th through August 15th of 2023, the telephone road parcel 61 administrative settlement, and the surplus declaration of the Scales Lake playground equipment.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Have a first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0. Council, I know you guys have drafted a template of
Hold harmless.
agreement or memorandum of understanding between us and whomever party we would choose. Would you guys get that to the school corporation for their consideration on the Logue Elementary School wants a piece of that playground equipment?
Yeah, we actually have a hold harmless in the works, and it can be finalized by tomorrow and sent wherever.
I did email Andrew and ask him to communicate with their attorney.
Okay.
So,
I think part of our question was I wasn't sure who the school attorney was. So,
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
okay, is that all, Heather?
yes, thank you, sir.
All right, next order of business, county attorney.
I actually do have a deed for right-of-ways sent over to us from Warrick Trails. These are deeds of right-of-way from Albert, Mary, and Richard Pekka on the west side of Anderson Road, north of Lincoln. It's part of the Warrick Trails project. It also includes grants of temporary construction easements along the same area. I don't know if you're familiar with this particular area. There is probably the map guy. Thank you.
A map guy.
Y'all notice there's a spider hanging right here? I mean, is this something against me? You guys start hanging
Oh,
spiders
it's right
out here?
It's almost Halloween.
Oh my gosh, it's like hazard pay in here.
attack spider.
It's an attack spider.
Jim, do you know, is this part of the Warrick Trails project?
Jim Worley Jr., project engineer. Yeah, so they are dedicating right away. The PECAs are dedicating. There's actually 2 parcels there that they're dedicating right away for the Warrick Trails project. I believe it's 45 feet off the section line in Anderson Road, and this is the last of the right of way they need to get from the new roundabout, so to speak, at Anderson and Van down to Amax.
And everything is in hand here. The commissioners would just need to accept the deed of right-of-way and then dedicate the right-of-way to public use by motion. And I have a dedication of right-of-way for the commissioners and auditor to sign.
You've got the forms to sign.
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect.
One at a time or as a group?
You can, by one motion, move to accept the deeds of right-of-way and dedicate the right-of-way for public use.
Make a motion to accept the deeds of right-of-way.
Second?
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.
And if we could go ahead and move to dedicate the right-of-way to public use.
I make a motion to dedicate the right of way for public use.
Second?
First and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Jim. And Heather, we have these for recording and we'll slide them over to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
That's all. Thank you. Next order of business is our county engineer and highway superintendent who isn't here. So Mr. Sherwood.
Steve Sherwood, Assistant Engineer on behalf of Bobby Howard. I believe he's ill today. First item I have is Bridge 310 reimbursable utility agreement for CenterPoint Energy for electric. I believe this has been sent to the county attorney for his review and any comments he may have at this time.
Civil con.
No, this will be the Bridge 310
Oh,
reimbursable utility agreement.
Yeah, no comment. Everything's in order. That's a IDOT, NDOT contract.
NDOT should be a standard reimbursable agreement according to Mr. Howard.
Mhm.
Just needs approval.
Correct.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.
Thank you. Second item is for Bridge 221, contract with CivilCon. I believe the county attorney has reviewed that, and if he has any comments at this time.
The only thing we would mention, Mr. President, is that we'd recommend that Bobby and Steve go back. Their payment terms are net 30 days, and I believe the board wishes to have net 60 at least on those. So that was the only recommendation we would make.
And I believe there's a representative from CivilCon in the audience if he wants to address that. If the board would like him to agree. If you would approach the microphone and the stand, please enter your name for the record.
As far as the terms of repayment, a 60-day repayment term would be acceptable to CivilCon.
Could you please state your
for the
name?
record? State your name for the record.
Greg Segrist,
Thanks, Greg.
Vice President.
Make a motion to approve the civil contract pending changes made to the terms from 30 to 60 days.
Second?
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Carries 3-0.
Can those just be struck out, or would you prefer a new page that reflects that change?
No, it can be stricken out with initialing.
We'll do that and get that to the county administrator for execution. That's all that I have as requested by Mr. Howard.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Next order of business, our county grants development director.
Thank you. I have two items on the agenda this evening, and I would like to add one additional item, all coming from county ARPA funds. So the first sheet you're getting is regarding the Scales Lake Playground. In December of 2022, the commissioners entered into a contract with Recreational Insights. That's what's on the first that you have there, for new playground equipment at Scales Lake. And the amount of the contract was $476,131. The contract included replacement of all three playgrounds at Scales Lake. The original contract, if you can see on this where I've marked it off on that second page, was for $516,431. The county selected to eliminate 5 park benches, which have now been donated to the park. So this deducts the sum of $11,800. County also eliminated the removal of the existing playground by Recreation Insights, which was $10,000. That's now being done by county personnel. And the last deduction from Insights contract was the excavation of all 3 sites to depth needed per site, and that was $18,500. So in total, the deductions were $40,300 and made the contract reduced to $476,131. The total ARPA obligation for the project is $480,000. With the deductions making the new contract price, this leaves an unobligated sum of $3,869. 2 of the 3 deductions have now been accomplished without any cost to the county, and that was removal of playground equipment and donation of new benches. The third item, which was excavation of all 3 sites, needs to be addressed as soon as possible. I have with me a quote from Beaver Services, that's your last document, to do the excavation of all 3 sites in the sum of $8,900, not including any rock or other materials other than dirt. If you approve that tonight, it will make the ARPA obligation $5,013 in the negative. Everybody follow me? So my request tonight is for both items is to approve the quote from Beaver Services in the amount of $8,900. And the second is to approve an additional $5,031 in ARPA funds to the Scales Lake Playground Improvement Project, so we can actually enter into the contract with Beaver.
One question. I think you said 5,013 and one.
I'm sorry, 5,031.
Okay, there we go.
5,031. Having a little trouble seeing right now.
I think this was the plan all along. I'm not sure why we didn't get the paperwork up front, but we didn't. So that's what we're here to do today, is just approve the paperwork and the adjustment to the
Correct.
line item.
Does that have to be done in one motion or 2 or what? You don't know. He's not paying attention.
Doesn't matter to me.
Is it B2?
I'll make a motion to approve the changes to the contract to allow Beaver to excavate, and I'll also add to that motion to pay them the $8,900. Is that okay?
Second.
All right, I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. And then we need a motion to transfer the funds,
$5,031
$5,031.
to the project.
A second.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0.
Okay, the second is the last item I have is regarding a request from the clerk's office. I'm going to give you this information too. I apologize because I wrote on the second page and that was the only copy I had. The clerk's office submitted a request for ARPA funds to replace office equipment and furnishings. They have agreed that they will pay a portion of their request, total request. So the total cost for the clerk's office to do cubicle office furniture and installation and labor is $42,503. They propose putting a portion of the child support payments of $2,482.17 towards that, making the balance for that portion $40,020.83. The second is the child support office to put cubicle office furniture and labor and installation is a total of $6,456. They're going to apply incentive payments from child support, the amount of $3,586.30, making the balance due for the child support office $2,869.70. So the total of those two offices is $42,890.53. The clerk wanted to split it 50-50 and is asking the county for $21,445.53. They'll be matching that. But in ordering equipment, there was a need to do the election office furniture and cubicles as well. And none of the money from the clerk's office can be applied towards the election office. So the amount for the election office, cubicle office and furniture is $7,079 and installation of $600, making that total $7,679. If you look at the bottom, the balance needed for the election office and the clerk's office in total, if I got this right, yes, they'll be they're asking for $29,124.53 from ARPA, and they will be paying $21,445. They can't pay anything towards the election. Towards the election office. Follow all that?
Couple of comments. For some reason, I thought we had already done this through a consent agenda at some point, no?
The consent to fund them, but not how. So that's why Debbie had to bring that to the
To ask.
meetings to make sure that's okay to do that through ARPA funding.
Because we'll have to do a transfer of ARPA funds.
And then I'd also just like to make the point that we just had new carpeting put in the building. Most of you guys here in the audience already know that. So this is a poke in virtual land, I suppose. New carpet in the building, and the clerk's office still had the original furniture from when the building was built 30 years ago, whenever that was. And as they were moving it in and out, it appeared to me that it was pretty much just trashed. So that's kind of the story behind this, just so everyone knows. That's why we're doing this. That's all I've got to say. Anything else to add? I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Of $29,124.53.
Correct.
You good with us, Bob? I mean, they are paying 50% of it of what they can because I understand they don't get any funds from the election office.
Correct.
We do have the option to take it out of another line item.
As it stands now, though, all this is coming out of ARPA.
The 50% plus the election office is coming. They're requesting that it comes out of ARPA.
And what would the other line item be?
I guess it could be cumulative cap. I don't know what else it could be.
Here's my concern. I don't think we have enough money to do this for every department. So I think we got to be consistent and fair throughout, so if a department comes in and they're kicking in half, then I think, it's
fair.
It's something that we can consider. So, I'm definitely okay with, the top portion. I just don't know how, I can get to the election office.
It kind of threw me for a surprise.
Sets I thought it was all gonna be 50%, but so I don't know what to do.
I think the reason they added it in was because if they do it separately, it would be $10,037 for the election office if you chose to do that portion. If you order it with their order, you're saving about $3,000.
No, we're not saving.
I know, they are saving.
It looks like it's about 25% discount. Looks like what they're getting there.
It's fair. I mean, it looks fair. Just whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I think I would just assume it's come out of the ARPA funding, if I were to choose.
There's about 1.12 million left in ARPA funding. That's unobligated.
well, I definitely don't want to go back with junk back there. And I know when they're taking that stuff apart, I think half of it fell apart instead of was taken apart. The feedback that I've
How
received,
old's that building?
20, 25.
Yeah, I mean, it's
98
it's
for the
old.
notes,
It's
so.
old furniture.
So,
I'd make a motion to approve and take it out of ARPA funds.
second,
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.
Thank you very much. That's all I've got.
Thank you. Okay, that looks like that's all. Does anyone else have any business for the board?
I have nothing.
I got a lot, but you don't want to hear it.
Take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
First and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.